I am headed out right now to do a couple of chores. We have some bad weather that's about to blow in. The wind is already starting to blow really bad. And I need to get the eggs. I need to check my greenhouse. I'm going to take care of the dogs while I'm out here. Secure up a couple of other things before the storm blows in. There is a possibility this afternoon. It's not too cold, but the wind is pretty cold blowing. There is possibility for heavy rains. We're supposed to get up to 2 inches of rain this afternoon. Possible hail and possible tornadoes in the storm. So I have just suited up to come out and take care of a couple of things, including running down on the other side of the farm to get the eggs and stuff like that. It actually is already starting to sprinkle now. So I'm off in a hurry to get this stuff done. I've got to check on some of the animals and just make sure everything is secured up, all the gates are closed and stuff like that. Hopefully the weather they've predicted is not as bad as they are expecting it to be. I'm probably the most worried about at this point is you're gonna see and you're gonna notice, I've talked to y'all and shown y'all this before, as I drive past these woods right here, yes, those are all dead pines. So any rain, any major winds that come through, this is not only a problem for us at our house, all over, especially southwest Mississippi, which is where we live, has seemed to be a major problem with bugs getting in timber here and causing those pines to die. Now, when you mix in people in the south that aren't prepared for really cold weather, dead pines going down on power lines, it's usually not a wonderful combination. However, I will say that you guys know, you know that we prepare. We would not have too much of a problem with losing power. I wouldn't say that it would be a pleasant experience, but we would not have that much of a problem. However, I do know a lot of people that live around us that don't even have something as simple as a fireplace. So that would be a problem for them if they lost power and they did not have another source of heat, like a generator. So I'm just hoping that it won't be as bad as they're saying it will be. I'm hoping that some of those pines won't come down before we can finish getting them cut. We do have somebody that's coming in along our pastured areas that's going to be taking some of those pine trees down for us, because we know, especially come spring, when we have a lot of our spring weather, spring storms, that those will get blown over, which is just going to create a mess for us. We will have pines down on fencing in the spring, and at that point we're not only going to have fencing problems, we're going to have animal out problems too. So not a good combination there. We wanted to go ahead and make sure that that was not a problem, but we have to get the trees down first, the dead trees down and out of here, or we will have a problem. It's a matter of time thing, getting someone here that can do the job. So that's kind of where we are right now. I'm hoping that we can manage to keep these standing at least until somebody can come in and take them down. We don't have any fence damage. Of course, you know, if we have fence damage, we have our sheep over here, and this is where our American guinea hog roams. Not only over there do we have to worry about, but our whole pig forest over here has pretty much also been taken over. We only have just maybe 3 or 4 little pines over there that did not get destroyed by the bugs when we were in a major, like 3-month-long drought. This past end of the summer, beginning of the fall, we had, when I say zero rain, we had absolutely no rain. When it would rain like just a sprinkle and be gone, and that's all we had. So we have had major issues with bugs getting in our pine trees, and like I said, it's not only a problem here, it has been a problem. We have had a couple of people tell us recently that they had their retirement tied up in pine and that they have lost a huge part of their retirement, which is really a terrible thing. So even though it would be bad here, it's really bad for people like that. We were able to get all of our chickens down here. Now all of these are meat bird batches. Y'all have heard me talk about those a little bit, and if you haven't, These are American breasts. No, sorry, white Jersey Giants, American breasts, American breasts. These are the ones I hatched from the original ones that I got right here. I hatched all of these. All of these roosters will go to count. Some of these will get kicked out. Honestly, I just needed some of those for hens to increase my egg laying production, because when we do get ready to put a big batch of meat in the freezer, I will need hens laying. And I only had about 6 of those hens, which I knew was going to be pretty tough to get a pretty big batch out of. It was going to take a really long time. So I hatched out a whole nother batch just for those hens. So the hens that are in there, in this coop, will actually be moved over into the other coop. Y'all, it has already started to set in here. One thing that I need to do, but I'm gonna have to leave the camera in the vehicle because it is starting to rain pretty heavy and the wind is already picking up here, is the little flap on my mobile chicken coops that I just showed y'all. This side on the left opens up to the right, and I need to get those secured down, because if wind gusts come with strong winds like they're forecasting, sometimes that will blow up. If those blow up and blow over the coop, it basically opens the coop up, and that means I will have my American breast and white Jersey Giants all mixed together if the chickens all get mixed up, and that is not what I want. I want to try to keep those separate. But eventually, as I was saying, those are going to be our freezer birds. I'm super excited about that, because we have not had meat birds. We have raised meat birds for years and years and years. I'm not happy with the Cornish cross genetics. I feel like the genetics of those birds have gotten weaker through the years. Not only in my experience, but I know a lot of y'all have shared, and some locals around here have gotten the Cornish crosses, and either they are not growing up as well as they used to, or they're having a lot of problems with them dying, which is what we are experiencing with the least little thing like the rain going on today. So it will be so nice to not have to worry about, number one, buying birds, number two, worry about what genetic line they come from, and number three, pouring money and time into them. You have to baby them. I mean, like, constantly baby them. And I'm not really interested in any of that. And then when one does die, you're losing money from purchasing the bird and all of the money that you have put into the feed that you fed the bird, and I'm not interested in that. These birds are so hardy, so I'm so excited. They are obviously going to take a little bit longer to grow up, but it is going to be a good thing to kick the Cornish cross out and start with a new breed that we will be raising. We did purchase the white Jersey Giants, and we did purchase the American breast from somebody else, but I'm going to be hatching out my own meat birds here on my farm, so that is so exciting. The rain has slacked up some. The wind is still blowing a lot, which y'all can probably hear it in this video. But I do need to go out and pick some lettuce for supper. We are having homemade spaghetti sauce, and a salad. So I'm gonna go out and pick the salad before the rain kicks in and it starts raining again. I've got some really bad news. Y'all know that we had been playing around with the aquaponics. We really had not got it completely set up the way we wanted. I come out to the shop. We're having a little bit of trouble in here because of the humidity. There are a couple of places that have gotten some mildew. They told me to open up the door, and I did. I had been just scooping the water out and carrying it to the places I want it to go, but the cold got all of the tilapia. I think I counted about 15 in there at all. So that is a major bummer. Just wanted to give y'all kind of an update, let you know what was going on the homestead. And you've already seen some damage from the last storm. We're hoping that it can be at least as a minimum as it was last time, nothing major. So we'll keep you guys posted. Thanks for watching. God bless and happy homesteading, y'all.